Alright, welcome back, Busters. I'm Bassett. This is my cat, Junior, and let me give you a little history lesson for all you youngsters out there. Actually, you know what? A little off topic at the very beginning of the video, but I actually don't know who my audience is. Let me know in the comments, because it's like, I make Power Ranger videos. Power Rangers is a kid's show. I'm not going to act like that's not a fact, but I'm 19 years old. I'm about to be 20. I'm an older fan, and I make videos for older fans. But even if that's who I'm trying to reach, I'm definitely reaching a bunch of like 7-year-olds. So let me know in the comments. Anyways, for all you youngsters out there, the main way for me to watch Power Rangers growing up was to watch it live on television. Back before, Netflix was a big thing and Power Rangers was on Netflix, you just had to catch episodes on air. Or you'd have to watch like the random DVD or VHS volumes. Actually, I actually have some right here. Let me show you. Okay, I don't remember where all my old Power Ranger DVDs are, but I do have some VHS tapes, and they're just kind of like the same thing, but on DVDs for the later seasons. But it was stuff like this. Here's a Time Force one. The glare in the light in the camera is a little hard to see, but see, just random stuff like this. I have a bunch of Time Force ones because I love Time Force, and this was literally, back in like 2011, 2011 when I was like 9 years old, I'd have to watch Time Force on VHS in 2011. Because it was so hard to watch the show. Because, they didn't air Time Force then, it was a 10-year-old show. And, even in like 2013, we got these box sets. I love these box sets, by the way. DVD box set, but I think at that time Power Rangers was on Netflix. Either way, it was really hard to watch older seasons of Power Rangers. Even though, you could catch Power Rangers on live TV on like Jetix or ABC Kids. That was like my main way of watching it. They would usually just air the new season and maybe the one before that, and then every once in a while you'll get an episode from a season like a few years prior. It was very difficult to catch your favorite Power Rangers episodes, and if there was a season that you missed out on, like I wasn't even alive for Time Force. I was born in 2002. They're not going to be airing Time Force on TV. Except that they did. When Nickelodeon gained the rights to air Power Rangers, at least the new seasons, back in like 2011, 2012, they also decided, let's sort of revive the series in a way and air a bunch of older seasons on Nicktoons. So in 2012, it's really hard to find a date for this because it's not necessarily something that people care about or documented very well. But in 2012, 2013, around that time, I was able to find a tweet saying go watch these episodes on Nicktoons. Instead of just airing the new seasons, they decided to do a 48-hour weekend-long marathon of various Power Rangers seasons. I'm going to go ahead and start throwing up footage of the different advertisements that they did, but Nicktoons is sort of like a sister channel to Nickelodeon, where they usually air cartoons. And instead of giving all that airtime to Power Rangers on regular Nickelodeon, since Nicktoons wasn't as popular, they decided to take older seasons of Power Rangers and air them in huge marathons on Nicktoons. This is how I really got introduced to a lot of older seasons of Power Rangers, and it was amazing. They'd air the entire show multiple times over because, the entire show maybe takes roughly 12 hours, so they'd air it like 4 times. And what I would do is I would DVR a bunch of these episodes because there was like no other way of seeing them. Even if you were to catch an old episode of Power Rangers, you're not going to catch the entire season being aired. They aired the entire season of Jungle Fury, Ninja Storm, Time Force, SPD, and Dino Thunder, I believe. They did some of them back in 2012 when Samurai was airing, and it was called Power Rangers Morphenomenon on Nickelodeon. Whenever they would do one of these big events, these big binges of Power Rangers, that's what it was called. And then in 2013, they continued to do it with different seasons, and they called it the Mega Morphenomenon because Megaforce was coming out at that time. And I gotta say, they chose the perfect seasons to air for this Mega Morphenomenon thing, or Morphenomenon. I mean, SPD, one of my favorites. Dino Thunder is a favorite amongst a lot of fans. I mean, Time Force, Jungle Fury, and Ninja Storm are all like very beloved seasons. I find it kind of strange that they didn't do Mighty Morphin Power Rangers since that's like the most popular. I mean, it's a really old show, but I just feel like maybe you would want to air the most popular show, the one that most people know about. Either way, I think those are the only ones that they did. Like I said, it's very hard to document this kind of stuff or know about it because people didn't really document it at the time, and the only thing that I really found was a tweet that said go watch it in 2012. That's how I get like the timing of it, and then I found the advertisements on YouTube, and that was like all I could find. But it was a big deal. The entirety of Nicktoons was dedicated to Power Rangers for 48 hours, 5 separate times. And not only that, but I remember like after these Morphenomenon events, they would actually just continue to air episodes just in random time slots. Like, you know, here SpongeBob would be here, and then Power Rangers Jungle Fury. Like, that's kind of cool, don't you think? God, I'm a nerd. It's cool to me, at least. There's not much else to say, but I feel like it's a really cool part of Power Rangers history that nobody really talks about, either because it was so long ago, or people don't remember, or people just didn't even see it. I mean, because not everybody watches Nicktoons. And like 2011, or I guess it was 2012, I mean, you know, streaming was coming up at the time. Also, people didn't have, you know, a bunch of like sister channels. Like I remember, you know, if you just have regular cable, you would just have Nickelodeon. And then if you ordered a bunch of other channels, you'd get like Nicktoons, Teen Nick, like that kind of stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you remember this. This was a very exciting thing around that time for, you know, a kid of my age, someone who loved Power Rangers. And, you know, I was introduced to stuff like, or seasons like Jungle Fury and Ninja Storm. I had seen episodes from the random DVDs, like I told you, like these ones right here. But the thing is, these only have about 5 episodes at the most on them. And they would only make like 4 to 5 of them. So it's like at the max you're getting, if you bought all the DVDs, you would have 25 episodes out of like a 38 episode season, if we're talking like the Disney era of Power Rangers. So a lot of these episodes just straight up weren't available to me. I couldn't watch them. And in fact, most of the volumes I remember would just be episodes 1 to 25. So it wouldn't even be like a random mix of episodes. And the finales to shows and the ends of the shows, which are generally the most exciting part, except for the beginning, weren't available. But thank you all so much for watching. I just want to take you down memory lane if you do remember this, or just inform you on the Power Rangers Morphenomenon. I thought it was a great event when I was a kid. And I don't want to make a separate video on this. I don't really, maybe I'll do like a toy hunt later on, but you know, I picked up some Power Ranger toys. Figured I'd show them just on this video, so I don't have to make a separate video, because I don't think people would really care for just watching a separate video of me talk about this stuff. But I got the Lightning Collection TJ from Power Rangers in Space, Blue Ranger. I love this character, love in space, and I'm enjoying these little random sets that they do for the Lightning Collection, where it's not just the figure and they put like a little extra thing in it. You know, like his little, what do they call that? Oh, okay, it says right here, Galaxy Glider. It's been a little while since I've seen in space. And, you know, stuff like, what is it, the Omega Ranger from SPD and a Cycle. Actually, this is, the camera is sitting on it. I've stacked a bunch of Lightning Collection figures to put the camera on. It's a little disrespectful, but I guess it's fine. And then I got Void Knight 6-inch figure from Dino Fury. Just this random figure. I'm not really into getting a bunch of the regular figures from seasons. I'll get, you know, random ones that I'm interested in, like, oh, almost dropped it. I have a Blaze here. I don't know why it was sitting right there. I just have a bunch of stuff sitting out. Blaze from Beast Morphers. These little figures, I usually don't pick them up because, I mean, it's a lot of money to pick up figures that you don't really care for, but I love Void Knight. Void Knight is just one of my favorite Power Ranger characters ever. Period now. Loving Dino Fury. I'm kind of rambling at this point. Okay, I hate to keep rambling, but quick side note. I'm aware of the Austin St. John situation, if you're going to leave a comment about it. I don't know if I'm going to talk about it, because I don't like talking about that kind of stuff. Plus, there's a lot of information I'd have to talk about anyways. I don't want to miss anything. Legal stuff, I don't know if I'm going to keep on this channel, but I'll definitely be talking about the Mighty Morphin reunion, because it's going to affect it. I'll make a video on that. I'll see y'all later. Peace.